Hey, what's going on, everybody? And welcome to the Week 3 Wave Race 64 2020 Olympics recap. My name is Dr. Fish, as always, and Week 3 featured the courses Marine Fortress and Twilight City. This week is indeed Dive Week. This is the first time since we implemented multiple having two courses per week that we separated the two Jetter courses, which are Port Blue and Marine Fortress, the two courses that use the characters that are not David Mariner, Miles Jetter, and then on Marine Fortress Reverse we use Ryota Hayami. So I did not mention that in week 2, but indeed we did split the two Jetter courses, and we decided to. We, being myself and Shibby, decided to put Marine Fortress and Twilight City together. This is it's a pretty challenging week. However, our players are all up for it completely. So, day 1 we have quite a few submissions. Zuby came in pretty early with a Twilight City 125.621. That's a pretty strong time, honestly. 125.621. Definitely showing an understanding of the dive mechanic on Twilight City and how to use bob cycles to get your dive, using the mechanic. Also on day 1 we had Stone Cold Heart again coming in, getting times on every single course. We have Marine Fortress 113.431. We have Marine Fortress Reverse 118.345, Twilight City 130.720, and Twilight City Reverse 143.959. It's always great to see Stone Cold playing, and yes, looking forward to what you're gonna do in week 4, and also as we move past Olympics. So congrats on your times. Zuby came in and got a very respectable 114.560 on Marine Fortress Reverse. That is a time without the dive. That's pretty good. Most there are people have gotten better times. However, it's a course that's not very much played, and ideally this course is played with the dive, which is very tricky and definitely is inconsistent. However, just playing the course without the dive is very consistent. And so congratulations on that time, Zuby. And then we had myself. I played Twilight City and Marine Fortress on day 2. So this is July 19th. I got a 124.558 as well as a 109.438 on Marine Fortress. So 2 solid times on the 4 tracks to start. Twilight City 124 being the benchmark and being a pretty strong time, honestly. And Marine Fortress 109 being the standard. So I definitely was looking for a 108 later in the week. And also on the 19th we see Zuby getting a 111.390 on Marine Fortress. Shibby Pod, who did not participate in week 2, came back strong in week 3 on Twilight City, getting a 124.319, which he would not stop there. He would get another time the next day, and we'll see that very shortly. We have Ryan Warner Codes coming in on Marine Fortress, getting his first time on there with a 112.841, able to achieve a dive on Marine Fortress, which I do think that Marine Fortress is probably the easiest of the dives. However, diving in itself is not super easy. So congratulations on getting your time on Marine Fortress, Ryan. Looking forward to seeing how much lower you can take this as you learn this game. As Ryan's a very good and newer player. So also on to this day we had Illu Dude coming in and getting a 125.138, Twilight City would be Ilu's focus for the week, and we see him achieve a 124.487, a brand spanking new PB for Ilu, dude. That's a fantastic time. That challenges Shibipod. And however, Shibi also played on the 20th, and Shibi got a 124.194. Shibipod looking for a 123, which 123s are extremely difficult to get. Shibi is the only player who has gotten one that we know of, and so Shibipod wanted to get his untied Olympics time and maybe even get the Olympics record. So that was it. Only 2 runs on the 20th, both on Twilight City, and both very, very strong. And then we had Andy Panther on July 21st. Andy Panther got a 115.371 on Marine Fortress Reverse. So Andy Panther opting to just play without the dive. I don't blame players for wanting to just play without dive. It is obviously easier for completions. And the trends on Marine Fortress Reverse were not looking like dives were going to be too prevalent. So Andy going for this time definitely will probably wanting to lower. I do believe that this time ended up being his best non-dive Marine Fortress Reverse time, as Andy is one of the players who has achieved a dive in the past and has a pretty good PB because of that. And also in the same session, Andy got a 110.882 on Marine Fortress, so congratulations on that time. Andy working his way down towards his PB. Which would be a great achievement. It's always a great achievement for players when they can PB during a week, during like a shortened time span where you have a week essentially to play and get times on everything, on all 4 courses that are presented for that week. So to be able to PB on multiple courses, or even one, can be very difficult depending. Same day we have Zuby coming in and getting a 137.260 on Twilight City Reverse. I believe this is the first Twilight City Reverse run that we saw. Nope, Stone Cold Heart's time was the first Twilight City Reverse time. I am mistaken. I apologize for that. And also, Shibipod played another session and was able to achieve the 124.043, a spectacular time. And I believe that this would be Shibi's final time on the course. And so the first time that I wanted to show for the week is this. A big, big achievement in the wave race community. We have Etos coming in, and he achieved a 124. Now, Etos at this point had already achieved Sunny Beach, Sunset Bay, and Drake Lake benchmarks, I believe in the span of like 2 days, which is very difficult. Etos definitely has a lot of skill, and so let's watch his first 124 on Twilight City.
3, 2, 1.
Alright, so right off the bat I see that this is a massive improvement. Ooh, I like it. Getting the short dive, that is the fast cycle dive that you can get. It more likely opens the door for one. It opens the door for 124 pretty nicely with strong play. However, this course is difficult at all phases. So a 29.5, and then the 29.5 gave a decent cycle, which allowed for not a very long dive from Etos. Oh, very nice. The non-dive parts of Twilight City, this whole course is so fun to play. So here we go. Boom. Alright. So he got the short dive there. where he didn't have to do the dive mechanic. A little wide there, but I can understand being half a second ahead of your time and getting extremely nervous. So that's no problem at all. And just to even close out the 124 is an incredible feat, because this course can be unforgiving. So congratulations, Etos, on your first ever 124 Twilight City. A new benchmark achiever in this game. As you can see, this was his first post to the Olympics, and it's a benchmark that's really good. And so July 21st had a... And this day is still not over yet. I played all courses. I really was just trying to play mostly the reverse courses and just have my forward times kind of sit and speak, kind of just sit and see how it would play out. And so I got, so I got a couple of, I got all really good times. I got 124.478 on Twilight City, which at the time passed Ilu's current time during the Olympics. I was very happy with that. And then Marine Fortress 108.5 being a strong time, and there was I already had the best time on the course at this point, so I just improved it. I got the benchmark, and that was fantastic. I also got the Marine Fortress Reverse 110.389. And that's the time I wanted to show it. I did not take a very long time to achieve this run. And I just want to show what Marine Fortress with the dive kind of looks like. What Marine Fortress Reverse with the dive looks like.
Like, a lot of my videos show how I do it.
Okay.
The steering in 1080 sometimes is not as... It's a little bit, like, weird.
So that's a pretty... This was a pretty fast dive, honestly. As you see, I had not gotten a dive yet during the session. However, this was really nice, and I didn't want to squander it at all. So a pretty good first lap. And what really made this run really solid was that turn there, allowing me to have a bit more leeway with my gameplay. In the tunnel, allowed me to just go really straight and gain as much speed as I could. So not going below 100 kilometers per hour there is very strong. Another really good turn into the tunnel allowed me to kind of go straight at the wave. Those two waves there can really trip you up, and you can lose a lot of speed. So I have a 24.7 and a 22.7. And so with this section, I was like, oh man, this is really good. And I was able to get a 110.389. Yeah.
Alright, there's my run on Marine Fortress Reverse for the week.
So I achieved a very, very good Marine Fortress Reverse time, and set myself up for a great session from there. I'd already achieved the Marine Fortress time, and had already played a little bit of Twilight City Reverse. And on Twilight City Reverse, I would get a big time. I would achieve the new Olympics record. Let's watch the video. 134.335.
Where you're already in a good spot where you don't have to worry about getting a run not recognized because of that. But knowing how good you've been, you're probably able to pop out like a 124.6 or 124.5 already, as long as you get the dive. But it's great you got diving down in your first
So just this course is very frustrating to so many players, including myself. I've definitely put the most time into Twilight City Reverse. I am very surprised at that. Looking back in my rewatch prior to this, and even this one, I'm so surprised that I got anywhere near great times. I got a wall bump and a buoy bump there. That's really insane. This just goes to show
I just suggest getting
how
timed.
strong
I
this
just
run
suggest following
is.
every single course eventually, because it's gonna help you a lot to have that time sheet.
Time sheet. Yeah. Sorry, for context, I was talking to Etos in my stream after he had gotten his 124.
Alright, so this is really good. So I need to
Just giving some encouragement. So, yeah. So that type of wave cycle that I got there at the lap 3 wave section was really fast. If I had a faster, if I had a better turn there, I probably could have PB'd. But 134.3 is really good. And this was my last time for the Olympics.
I have all my times. 134.335.
I didn't have all the times, technically, because I hadn't gotten the 124.4, but I was happy with the 124.5 at the time, and so I did get the 124.478 as my final time. Okay, so that is all of the runs for July 21st. As you can see, there was almost 10 runs just on July 21st alone. This Olympics has been so active. I really appreciate everybody's everybody playing and just having everybody's playing and submitting. And we see here DJ Cat, one of our PAL exclusive players, coming in and once again getting times on all courses for the week. These are all again PAL converted times. So 131.480, Twilight City, 139.240, Twilight City reverse, 116.950, Marine Fortress reverse, and 112.420, Marine Fortress. All of these are PAL conversions to NTSC. And so congratulations on all your times during this week, DJ Cat, and looking forward to see your any submissions you have for week 4. And then after this we had Ilu Dude once again getting a better time. He got on Twilight City. He's still grinding it down, 124.425, and I believe that run came with a 1 lap PB as well. So that was really great to see Ilu playing so well, and then playing so well on Twilight City. And Zuby locking in his final time for the week. He got on Marine Fortress. He got a 110.916. So congrats on all the times you got this week, Zuby. All very good times. Because these are some very tough courses. And then Andy Panther on Twilight City got a 125.763, got very close to his PB. Unfortunately, was not able to get a new PB. But I'm sure next time you go, Andy, you'll definitely have some real good success on Twilight City. And then here on the 23rd and the 24th, the last 2 days, we had monstrous times put in on every course. We had Ilu Dude on Twilight City, 124.297, and that is one of the videos I want to show now. I know I showed a Twilight City video already, however, this is definitely noteworthy and deserves to be shown. So here's Ilu Dude's 124.297.
3, 2, 1.
There you go. Alright, so a nice dive from Ilu there. You really want to always be getting that specific type of dive when you're going for low 124s. So, not only did this time get silver medal for the Olympics this week, it got Ilu second place silver medal on the leaderboards. And that's really cool to see. 29.265, Ilu Dude from here was able to get a very quick dive. It was almost to the point where he wouldn't have to actually do the dive mechanic. He could just press forward and just kind of quick dive through it on the cycle, get that cycle dive. However, getting the dive there does unfortunately put Ilu off the 123 pace. I know Ilu wanted to get closer to the 124 123, and this time is really strong. Ilu able to get an insane run. Again, it's so cool to see Ilu playing this game again, and just for his consistency to play and PB and get and go from a higher 124 all the way down to this, essentially shaving half a second off of his Twilight City time, as well as getting the second place 1 lap. I am awarding Ilu Dude the Week 3 MVP award. Just for the way that he pushed me to play Twilight City a lot and get better. And for that I'm thankful for Ilu for providing very, very good competition for myself and for Shibi as well. Shibi was like, I was definitely thinking that Ilu could have gotten an even better 124, getting up towards where Shibi's 124.0 is. However, he did not, unfortunately, get the time this week. So we have July 24th, the final day. We have Shibi Pod playing one last session. He got a 110.364 on Marine Fortress Reverse, just barely edging out myself. And then we have Shibi just doing Shibi things and getting a 107 on Marine Fortress in a very fast manner on his I guess it would be a kind of a D-Rust, but just overall an insane session from Shibi. So let's watch. Okay. So 107 is a very difficult time that's only been achieved by 2 players. Momo and Shibi Pod. Shibi being the world record holder of this course. Alright. Pretty good lap 1. But Shibi knew that he had to get better. He had to get very solid lap 2 and 3 in order to achieve the 107. He had a very, very good lap 2 here. Oh my goodness, this turn is so good. So there's a 21.729. So now Shibi's pretty far ahead now, and that's clear 107 pace. Looking at the waves, and when he hit there, it just definitely proved to me that he was getting it. That turn there, just nailing it out, so good.
There we go, baby. Oh my god, that feels so good. Oh.
It's so great to get to, like, listen to watch these videos and see how people react to their times, like like the elation that Shibi showed during that, after getting that 107, like, that's awesome. That's definitely awesome to see, because 107 is a massive time, and so to get it that fast usually doesn't happen for Shibi. Usually takes a while to de-rust back into a 107. So congrats on those times, and congrats to Shibi Pod for getting gold medals on, I believe, 3 of the 4 courses this week. The only gold medal he did not get was Twilight City Reverse. So congratulations. And we had MDK, our player from Venezuela. He's an insanely good player. And he's insane at Twilight City Reverse, which scares me so much. MDK got a 134.555 on Twilight City Reverse, which, if it wasn't for an unfortunate capture card setup where the MDK doesn't quite have a capture card yet, this time would hold 2nd place on the leaderboard. That'd be insane. So congrats on that time, MDK. I know you worked pretty hard. I know you worked really hard for that time, so congratulations. Andy Panther also played Twilight City Reverse on the last day, and he got a 136 785. That's really good time. Twilight City Reverse is a very tough course, and so a lot of times getting the standard is definitely a barrier for a lot of players. But I know Andy Panther's capable of it with if Andy wants to put time into Twilight City Reverse to get it. And the final time of this week we got was Ryan Warner Codes on Marine Fortress Reverse 116-106 that is done with no dive. So that's pretty good for a first time around playing Marine Fortress Reverse in a session. Great to see you submitting reverse courses in multiple weeks. I know that you really want to focus on the forward courses, so it's great to see you playing reverse as well. So that will conclude the Week 3 Wave Race 64 2020 Olympics recap. So thank you to all the players who have participated these weeks, as well as congratulations to Ilu on being named the MVP of Week 3. And I'm looking forward to recapping Week 4 as you heard in the Week 2 recap. I fell behind on making these videos, and so this is all being done post Olympics. So Week 4 will be coming with this video as well. So thank you all for watching. As always, I have been Dr. Fish. You have been awesome, and I will see you next video. Peace.